Welcome back to Olivia TV, your destination for informative, analytical, and enlightening content. In today's episode, we'll look at those critical topics in the grant ecosystem, as well as other sketch of opportunities that is available here, especially the one that we introduced to our subscribers on this channel 2 nights ago. And already this audience of subscribers have registered and being profiled. They will be receiving their empowerment package in the days and weeks ahead. For the grant update, we are aware that in the grant ecosystem, pressure and tension is building up as 20th of March draw closer. I will give you specific updates on this towards the end of this video to guide your expectation ahead of disbursement. But before then, let's look critically at those progresses. We have 2 guests in our channel today. One is Mr. Wealth, the representative of Presto Consulting. He was here in the channel a few days ago, and we equally have a member of our team, Young CEO. Let's give the avenue for self-introduction. I remain the CEO of Olivia TV. Nice to have you today. What's your name, ma'am?
Thank you very much for this opportunity to be here on this noble platform. My name is Young CEO. I am an online entrepreneur and consultant. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. My name is Elisha Wealth. All right, I represent Presto Technologies consulting firm.
Thank you. You are all welcome to Olivia TV. To our subscribers, Olivia TV is here to connect Nigerians, our dear subscribers across Africa and the world, to everyday opportunity, the one that will help them attain both personal and professional success. The country is not so healthy for families, and we strive to bring opportunities where they are available in a world or in cities half the world away, just to ensure we help people continually live their happier, exciting, and profitable life on a daily basis. That's one of the reasons why we are here. For those that have not stumbled on this opportunity of Global Food Drive Initiative, an opportunity that empowers families across Nigeria. This is another avenue for you to connect to this opportunity immediately. Hence, you will fall among those audience of beneficiaries empowered in next episode of Disbursement. Like today, we have people on the platform, or they have the WhatsApp platform, where you receive testimonials of beneficiary of this empowerment drive. And I will want to have a word with the representative of consulting firm, what is going on there right on today as the alert are tickling in. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Today is a very happy day, right? Since today we've been seeing alerts. So it started since last week, and after the posting of the new schedule, payment schedule for this very grant and this opportunity. All right, so a lot of people, a lot of our subscribers on our platform have been posting and celebrating their achievements in the project. So far, we have a total of 243 persons that were paid, and the first payment, and then the other part, we have about 81 persons who were also paid the second part of payment, the second, which is 65, right? So, and they are all celebrating, sending their receipts to the platform, calling, and they're excited. And so we are also happy that we are satisfying the needs of all of our beneficiaries.
Thank you so much. That's an indication that the empowerment package is working, is paying out to the registered members.
Certainly.
We are coming from a long distance, a journey where people applied for grants in the grant ecosystem, and for 9 years now, for 10 years now, they have not received an alert. I stumbled on this opportunity a few months ago, and I'm not waiting like I've waited in the grant ecosystem to receive an alert. Beneficiaries applicants and registered members of this scheme are currently receiving the alert, being empowered. That leads me to the question which our members in the platform currently registering are asking: when are they going to receive their empowerment? Are they going to wait indefinitely like they are waiting in the grant ecosystem for the AGPGN, the UAAG, the Theobart, and Rita, and other grants? Is this going to be like that? When are they receiving their first round of empowerment?
All right, thank you very much. It's a very beautiful question, and for me, I think the question already has started answering itself with the results that we are seeing. Now, we were informed by the NGO that all of our beneficiaries were going to start receiving 30 days after their application. But so far, we have seen that in just a week, beneficiaries who registered in a week are already getting some in 2 weeks, some, in fact, within 3 weeks, a lot of them have already gotten their 1,000 and also gotten their 6,500, which is very impressive. It shows that the people know what they are doing and that they really want to meet up with the target that they have of 50 million homes. So it is already very exciting, though the information we have for the people is 30 days after registration. Alright, it is clearly, they informed us that it is 30 days after registration, and certainly we are expecting that they might be working with this duration subsequently when they start getting a lot of persons on the wait list. Alright, certainly we are dealing with people who are going to be making payments, so they might gradually work with 30 days, but for now that they don't have this pool, why keep them? They've been paying them out, and in fact, as we speak, by tomorrow, a new payment schedule is going to be posted, where, because the last one had already been exhausted, so a new one is going to be posted where those who are going to be receiving from this week will know that, okay, I'm now on a schedule, I should be expecting payment soon. Alright, so, and once it's posted, they start paying all of those on those lists until they get to the last person and it's exhausted and we get a new list. So that is the what we have to say to our subscribers who are out there wanting to know, okay, when am I going to collect next? What we want you to understand is the patient is going to be, we are told, 30 days after your registration. But so far, we also have testimonials from those who have not stayed even up to a week or even 2 weeks that have started receiving their payment.
Wow.
So you are in a good place.
Okay, Mr. Wealth, you mentioned that those that register today can receive within 1 week, 3 weeks, or still 30 days. Are they going to receive the 3 rounds of payments? I'm aware, as you briefed us earlier, that the first round is 1,050 naira, the second round 6,500 naira, while the third round will be 40,000. Are they receiving all of them at once?
No, they're not getting all at once. The first round after 30 days is 1,000. They get each round every 30 days. So they get, after when they enroll today, they are expected to get their first payment of 1,000 after 30 days.
1,050.
1,050 after 30 days. And then after another 30 days, they get the 6,500 and then the 40,000 after another 30 days. That we're talking about a period of 90 days, they should get the full payment.
Some people might think 1,050 is too meager, 6,005 is meager. Their problem, considering our economic state, can't be solved with that. What do you have to say to this?
All right, now the project is meant for families, and so this 1,050 naira is to an individual in a home, and we're talking about 15 million homes here. All right, so if we have a home of 10, we're talking about 1,050 naira times 10 persons, that's 10,500, which is better there. So a father, there are other questions that rise from the platform. I see people asking questions like, okay, can I as a father register myself and my children don't have accounts, what happens? Yes, as a parent, you can register yourself and also use the same account for your children. We know that minors cannot get account. Anybody who is less than the adult age cannot get any account with any bank. All right, so the parent's account can be used to receive for their children. All right, it's a home, so everybody in the home can get their payments from one source. It's fine.
Thank you so much. There are some concerns raised between the pictures where some of the beneficiaries of Global Food Drive Initiative were celebrating foods. Some of our subscribers are seeking to know if they will receive food or they will receive fund, or they can exchange or swap food for fund or fund for food.
Okay. Actually, the original plan for the Global Food Drive, as the name implies, Global Food Drive, is to drive food, not money. Is to send food to families, what those amounts they are receiving. Now, but the challenge is, we know the inflation rate, we know the rising cost of things in the market every day, and so because of these factors, and also looking at distance, sending food to people, let's say the food coming from the south to the north, the cost of getting it there, and all of these factors, they send funds to these people so that they can use it to get their own choice of food. So, but in a group, for instance, like we talked about influencers, which I believe a lot of them may be interested in. An influencer can say, okay, in my community, I'll prefer food items. So I have 1,000 people and they all register, but during disbursement, during their own disbursement, please don't send us cash, send us food. That can be done. As long as it's coming in volume, for 1,000 people, we send food items to 1,000 people because it's coming, that is now volume. Not as one person, they are now sending 1,015 naira worth of food to one person. You see, but as 1,000 persons, it's easier to do that.
Thank you so much. That's clearly understood. We will equally want to ask you, Mr. Wealth, the influencer package. There are some subscribers that want to become influencers. A man said he's owner of a church. Yes, we have a church owner that seeks to bring in his audience of church members, his community. And I think that should qualify him as an influencer. But tell us more about the criteria for becoming an influencer in this Global Food Drive Initiative or this empowerment scheme.
Thank you very much. All right. Influencers, as the name implies, influencer is someone who has influence over a group of people, a community. And one cannot be said is we cannot say someone is an influencer until you're influencing at least 100 to 200 persons in a community. And so in the Global Food Drive, we recognize anybody who has influence over at least 200 persons as an influencer. Meaning that if you have a community of 200 and above, you can decide to come in as an influencer to reach out to them with this project. That means you're going to be bringing in your 200 into the program, your 300, your 1,000, your 1 million, depending on how many persons you have in your community. Now that is an influencer. And now in the Global Food Drive Initiative, we have different levels of influencers. These influencers are known as volunteers. But at the same time, the project rewards influencers who reaches out to their people with this program. So an influencer of about 200 persons is known as an influencer. All right. Now I want to give you a different category, but we have different names for different levels of influencer. The first one is the influencer. All right, who has at least 200 persons in his community. Now the project supports them with 40,000 for their work. Now, for someone who has other influencers, there are people that have large communities, or people they have up to 1,000 and 2,000 as the case may be. That means they have other influencers working with them. These people are known as team leaders in the Global Food Drive project. They are known as team leaders. Now, a team leader is someone who has at least 5 to 10 influencers working with them. All right. That person is supported, his work is supported, because certainly to carry out this project, reach out to people, they would They will use certain logistics, transportation, and the rest. So this is just like supporting them. They are giving 150,000 for their work. All right. Now we have another level, which is the director. There are certain states where we have people who are running this project in a state where they have different team leaders, at least 5 to 10 team leaders in that state or in that region, however it's called, depending on the part of the world we are talking about. All right. Now, these persons are known as directors. Now, a director is entitled to 9.5 million naira. Now, this includes an official car, comes with some other perks and benefits like that. All right. They take care of his trips to maybe locations for the work, all right, for the voluntary work that he's doing in the Global Food Drive project. All right. And then we have the last one, which is the executive. Now, this is someone who has other directors. Might be in a country, all right? You're in charge of the country. You have other directors in the different states, or as the case may be. You can even be in a state. You have different directors in that same state, depending on the population, all right? And your reach, your size, the size of reach, right? That person is entitled to 55 million, all right, as support for their work. Now, these are grants that the project gives to them to support their work because of the size of their community.
Some of our subscribers are worried why it is grant and they have to pay money to register for it. Why is it not free?
All right. I cleared that in my last interview. Now, it is a grant, but we, the consulting firm, helping them get access to this grant, are saying they should register, they should be our subscribers. Certainly, there are certain logistics we have some costs on our end. All right, we incur some costs to register them for this program. All right, so we just say every subscriber, as long as you are a subscriber, they are subscribing with Praesto Technologies. Now, what are the reasons for their subscription? Our subscription covers the subscription fee is not for Global Food Drive, please. Your subscription fee is to give you access to our consultation. We help them, advise them on financial issues. All right, we have access to so many grants and projects like this that come in from time to time, so we can advise clients. You have a project and you want us to investigate for you, we carry out investigation on programs. We can detect a program to know if it's real, is a scam or whatsoever. That we cover for you. We become your backbone. So it goes beyond just Global Food Drive. Global Food Drive is just one of the things you enjoy for becoming our subscribers. So actually, they are not subscribing for Global Food Drive, they are subscribing with Praesto Technologies. And then we give access to them, we give them access to Global Food Drive and any other grant or loan as the case may be.
So what is this registration amount every member should pay to come on board?
All right, our registration amount is 1,200. All right. Now, we also understand that we are not working alone. We have other persons working with us. All right. So, for instance, we have in some of our groups, there are some admins we are aware that take 1,500 naira. Now, that is because of the admin. A cooperative can come to us and say, okay, I have my members, but because of the logistics of paying people to capture my people, please, can we add an extra 300? So we allow an extra 300 to these groups so that they can cater for the logistics of capturing their people and sending their list to us. All right, so it's actually 1,200 to Praesto Technologies, but for groups, peradventure you belong to any group, or you belong to any cooperative, or it can even be a church, can be any group at all that approach us, NGO, and then they are telling you about Global Food Drive, and you're sure that they are coming from Praesto Technologies, and then they tell you you have to pay 1,500. It is allowed. It is an administrative fee that also covers for their logistics. Thank you.
Thank you so much. This one goes to the woman in the studio with us. In the groups, we have people saying that they have been paying money without seeing results. They have subscribed for so many grants and they haven't received it. So why are people still subscribing, paying 1,500 to register for this one when they have not received for the one they subscribed for? What can you say about this, ma'am?
Okay, thank you very much. for Global Food Drive Initiative is different because I am a beneficiary. I and all the people that I have brought, we have received our first pay. Some have received their second pay and now waiting for their third pay. That is the last pay. And if you ask me, we're not even up to 1 month old yet. I think we're barely 3 weeks old. And we've received our first and second payment. So, for this very initiative, this Global Food Drive Initiative is very different, very transparent. They have their integrity. So I would invite you to jump on board immediately and also benefit from this food drive. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And how much was your amount, the one you received?
Okay, so my first pay was 1,050 naira. And the second pay is 6,500. So we're waiting for the last pay.
Wow.
Which is 40,000.
Wow, this is live testimonial, and we will not come here to fabricate words just to keep you to register. With the integrity and reputation of this channel, we verify every opportunities before we present it, because our reputation, we guard it at all costs. So if you have not registered, I encourage you to do so. Hence, if there is delay in the grant you are expecting, you can leverage on this opportunity to sustain yourself while waiting for other rising opportunities to locate you. Meanwhile, for those that are anticipating grant disbursements in the month of March, please note that disbursement is sacrosanct. 20 is just 2 days away. Is it still possible for disbursement to take place? People are really troubled by this. Few days ago, what happened was the arrest of some of the grant stakeholders. And this is not really a good signal. I think some activists should allow these people to work and bring forth disbursement instead of chasing them around with litigations and petitions, so disbursement can come forth. We can come together as subscribers in the grant ecosystem to give deadlines to these grant handlers and see if they will deliver. But at the moment, we are expecting to hear a broadcast. There are feedbacks that the UAAG Country Director, Apostle Ambassador Ken, will be addressing the grant ecosystem. And the AGPGN are equally expecting to disburse the palliative. So 20th or low 20th, we are expecting disbursement is going to take place this month of March, especially considering the distractions that took place a few days ago. This is not about IMF being in foreign soil in Kenya. This is not IMF in Rwanda. It is about us in Nigeria, the grant subscribers and the grant stakeholders, accepting to tell the masses the truth of if there is disbursement in March or not going to take place. And they should be frank and transparent enough to explain to grant subscribers what is delaying disbursement. The last discussion I have from our feeders, from our sources, the grant stakeholders, they assured us everything is working fine and disbursement will still start with the government NGO subscribers before it progressed to the CEOs that went for verification and screening at Abuja. No one is saying disbursement will not take place. But what they haven't informed us clearly is which specific date it is going to commence. 20th was projected and it's not yet here. We still trust God that 20th of March, disbursement will start, especially the money dropping to the grant handlers account, then to other NGO CEOs. We are already aware that disbursement cannot go around to all cooperative and the NGOs on the same 20th. If it drops on the account of the grant handlers on the 20th, then it will trickle down to other NGO CEOs in the month of March and beyond. It's possible. It's going to happen. It's a reality. Hold on, hold firm, remain encouraged. We are already there. But before we round off this session, I want to ask our special guest in the studio one final question. Apart from benefiting from 1,050 naira, 6,500 and 40,000 naira in this global food drive initiative, do we have potentials for other important opportunities, beneficial opportunities for those that are already here registered with us? Do we have potentials of empowerment in other fields for our members?
Surely there are. Currently, for us in Priso Technologies, we have so many other projects that are on ground. And when it even comes to the global food drive is not just going to end with the food drive only. That is something I want you to understand. There is a second phase vision for this project. All right. The major thing is to also push out for food production and also reduce the scarcity of food in the economy and in different nations. Right. This is one of the main aim of this project. And so the food drive is only to help support people, reduce the stress and all of the challenges they are going through, accessing meals, daily meals especially. This is just one way of supporting people, but it's not ending there. This is the reason why they are working with influencers to ensure that they can also reach out to their beneficiaries subsequently in this project with funding to support food production. Already, in fact, one of the things that, one of the signs the influencers should have already noticed is when the lists are posted, every user has a unique ID. They've been given a unique ID. That's to say, they have a special identification in the project. And that is not just because they want to give them food of 6,500 and 40,000 and 1,000 for this short period of time. That is because with this ID, they can give them access to other privileges, all right, which majorly is to fund people for food production. All right, already we have the EcoDev project, which is ongoing, all right, and it's a talk for another day, but it is ongoing. And so if you are here, it's not just for the food drive. That's why we tell people, take advantage of it, place yourself on time. Forget about the duration. This one has already proven to work. People are already being paid. People have collected. People are collecting every day, daily, weekly. All right. So it's already showing that they are not coming here. They are not making promises that they will not keep. They are already fulfilling it. In fact, from our list already, we have over 90% that have been paid so far. I mean, waiting list. So the ones we are about sending today are the 10%. All right. We're about pushing out some other lists today, which is the 10% left, which in the weeks to come, those ones should also be receiving. And as we get more, we keep pushing like that. So if you're here, it's a platform for you to take advantage of, especially if you're an influencer. Reach out to your people and ensure they are part of the project, they are in the project. It will do you a lot of good in the future.
Thank you so much for that parting words. It's really encouraging. Oh, thank you so much for being here, young CEO, the woman that is a entrepreneurial heavyweight in the economy, empowering women across states in the country and Africa. Thank you so much, Mr. Wealth. We will work in different ranks to empower Nigerians. We'll meet again. I'll be bringing on young CEO for a special entrepreneurship package that will benefit entrepreneurs and other business-minded members of this channel. Thank you for having us on Om Jolivia TV today. Bye.